Winner bracket final match. Fortitude and Lucy already successful earlier. Now they're gonna play a best of 3 for first place. Fortitude played random earlier, but now he's going back to his main race, human. We got Lucy in the bottom left, in the blue, with the TeD Fiend build. So no ghouls early, no Crypt Lord. And for 40, we got a standard AM footy build, obviously, with the creep route towards the Tuskars for a fast level 2. And I need to get like a jacket or something. It's a bit cold here. Alright, so let's get into this. Lucy will want to harass early on, try to tech to tier 3 behind it, and then win later on with a big tier 3 scary undead triple hero army against a human expansion. Should certainly be a human expo. The days of human one-base play against undead are long, long behind us. Is he playing random again? No, he's playing human now in this series. It's weird that this creep doesn't aggro onto the water elementals, as almost all other creeps always do. I got no idea why. He's a special little boy, I guess is why. Oh, classic Fortitude pause. One of Mana Steel is actually really good. That can be very effective against the DK who's harassing early, which we expect him to do. Normal opening for the other tiers, creep green into green and then harass the expo. That must certainly also be what Fortitude is expecting. Fourth farm, lots of peasants. And then it's time to go, go, go. Is he gonna creep this? No, right? Takes too long. Don't run into the creeps, don't get ensnared. DK with some pretty bad items. Gloves and cloak, definitely not the best. And here we go. If you can creep one, steal all the big creeps here, that would be huge. But the timing might not quite work out. Yeah, 40 gets the 2 big creeps, picks up the item. Great item. Ring of Regen. Either that or the Claws +9, the best item from this camp. So, 1 creep stolen. 1 of Mana Stealing also used. The DK only has 1 coil left, needs to use it before he gets drained again. The next coil is far away, thanks to the 1 of Mana Steal. And the AM gets level 3. Some peasants died. I think it was 2. Or was it 3? I'm not sure. But 4 peasants still left, and this is looking like a pretty good early game. Lumber mill already. What? That's weird. Almost a surround. Oh, that was close. Fortitude trying to minimize the damage on the peasants. He's gonna lose 1 more here, though. If he gets a surround on the DK or on the Fiend, that's a huge play, but doesn't quite get it. Lucy's harass, clearly not quite on the same level as a player like Happy would be. But he's still trying to get as much damage in as he can. Oh, he sold the 1 of Mana Steel, the second charge. Could have used it. He could have used it right here. Lots of lumber. 40 could tech already. I think he should. Yeah, there we go. Tech's already. As the Lich is going to be coming out any moment.
A player's forces are under attack.
And there we go. Expansion finally standing. So we got 7 peasants in the main. This early lumber mill actually helps a lot with just lumber harvesting, because the peasants don't have to walk so long. Needs to make more peasants at the expo though, that's for sure. Pretty good early though for 40. If this tech and the expansion were faster, it would be perfect. But especially the expansion was delayed by a good amount. An early lumber upgrade as well. That's one of the earliest you'll ever see. No tower in the main. We got more footies coming. No defend. Which makes it very hard for these footies to take a fight. Would love to see them try to play a, go for a run by into the back of the undead base. And seems like that's the plan. Aim's got the tele staff and the TP to get in and out. Speaking of in and out, how do you guys like it? I've been twice when I was in California, and I thought it was okay, but it also felt very overhyped to me. I think I just went in with too high of expectations. Everyone was saying in and out is so amazing, and then we had it, and you know, it was pretty good, but it wasn't like life-changing. Alright, footies harassing on the other side, by the way. This is a pretty stressful moment. Ghoul's gonna get taken out at the same time. We have the fiends over here, but one fiend died. Oh, the DK surround! Oh, no, not quite surrounded. Trying to force the TP here still. Wow, great play by 40. Forces the TP out. At least all acolytes did. Oh, the DK. Imagine if those footies had gotten the kill. That would have been sick. A great play by 40. Would have been even better if he took out some acolytes, but even without that, kept his expansion safe. Fully mining there. Going for a second barracks. I like that. Oh, but the lumber's pretty low all of a sudden.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? He's not going tier 3? What? Yeah, I like 5 guys a lot more than in and out. What is this build? Is he playing rifles with mortar teams? Or is he just teching late?
A player's forces are under attack.
He's just teching late. Alright. Seems like the tech should have been faster and the workshop later, but whatever. I am a big fan of double racks, double workshop, so I'll not complain too much. Lumber's looking good now. MK comes out. Double heal pot right away. This Ring of Regen has been very nice. Great item. And there we go. Second workshop. We got the double racks already. Gotta be careful with the rally point here. Wait, is this a wall off or not? I'm not sure. When he sends the peasants back to the main to be able to call more militia if needed. I like the adjustments by 40. Playing a strong game here. The third different race for him today, by the way. Starting off with Orc, then Undead, now Human. He can't pick Night Elf for the next map. He's gonna have to stick with Human. I am already almost level 4. That's amazing for him. Healthstone also. He's got so much regen right now. Very pog. And here come the gyros. Can go into flak cannons right away. Fortitude looks super ready. But yeah, the late tier 3. He could have already been tier 3, so... Honestly, that's, I think, a pretty big mistake. Having the tech delayed. But, other than that, this was definitely a great game by 40 so far. Very low mana right now. He's trying to force the undead to stay back on his side of the map. But, not too much he can do here. And it's time for the push, ladies and gents, but no Pit Lord. He's supply blocked. Doesn't have the supply open for a Pit Lord, so that means it's a lot harder to crack this expo. 1,500 gold.
A player's
On
forces
40.
are under attack.
And he's calling the boys. Pally coming, more gyros, and knights. In 1 minute, 40 is going to be a lot stronger. Right now, he's still suffering a bit. I think he's still in a good position. I am charging in like a linebacker. We have... Oh, we don't have the thing. Flak cannons. But Gyro's still finding the kills. Gets the surround here as well. Dude, is 40 on fire or what? He's playing super well. MK taking a bit of a beating here. But he's fine. Well, he's not fine. He's dead, but... I mean, you know, 40's fine, mostly, I would say. Tavern res. And the knight's damage against the fiend's doing a good job. Oh, look at him slice! Slicing and dicing. Boom! Where's the frost armor?
Forces are under attack.
Frost armor is missing. And that's it. Game. GG. 1-0 for 40. Playing 3 really good maps in a row. There were a couple of mistakes here and there, but for the most part, strong play by 40. He takes the 1-0 lead. One map now away from advancing into the top 8. And if you guys remember, first place of Group B plays against Happy on Sunday. So that's not going to be an easy one, but, you know, you got to take what you can get. So he picked Human now? Yes, he did. He played random earlier, but picked Human here against Lucy. I wonder why. I don't know exactly what his thought process was, but it's working out very well so far. On map number 2, we may see Lucy go back to a Crypt Lord. Depending on what map it is, Echo Isles, Tidehunters could certainly be that. Also, Lich Fast Expo has been seeing more and more popularity lately. If he picks Human, he has to commit for the whole best of 3? Yes. You have to declare your race at the start before doing the veto process. Is Lin playing against Happy soon? Or have they played lately? Well, we don't know if they're going to be facing each other again. Lin's unfortunately not playing in the TeD Cup 8. But they did play just last weekend, right? Yeah, last weekend on the second last play day of Rejuvenation Cup. And that was a sick series. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's up on our YouTube. youtube.com/back2Warcraft. That was the best Warcraft, like, skill-wise imaginable. It was so amazing how they played. Alright, our second map is going to be Tidehunters. I wonder if Fortitude was watching the game earlier between Sok and LuChaeL. Because LuChaeL won on Tidehunters with a Lich expansion. Yeah. Thank you, Al Kazaba, with the 11-month resub. Alright, Lucy. He was kind of destroyed on map 1, to be honest. That was a great game by 40. But now the deck has been reshuffled for map number 2. Let's see what we get. Tidehunter's our map, and not too surprisingly, we have a ghoul opening. And with that, Lucy is probably going to go for the expansion play. Question is, Lich or Cryptlord? DK is also a minor possibility, and Dreadlord is like 1 in a million. So chat, what do you think? DK, Lich, Cryptlord or Dreadlord? Let me know now. If you get it right, you have the chance of winning a Maserati. Chat is actually saying Dreadlord. Well, you're not gonna win the Maserati with the Dreadlord, boys. Imagine it's actually a Dreadlord. Alright, tell you what, if it's a Dreadlord, this is gonna be a 2-0. That's the Remo Rimmel guarantee. Should be a Lich, probably. Yeah, there we go. Lich Ghouls is the flavor of the current day. Very good for fast expanding on easy maps like this. Creep this with a couple of ghouls, use the Nova. Quick cleanup. And you can move across the map and harass the peasants very, very well. And Lucy, and this annoys me every time, he tends to creep this with 4 ghouls and then he's going to be super low lumber. You can also creep this with 3 ghouls, but he very often will prefer to do it with 4, which
A player's forces are
I really don't think is the right call. Oh, look at that. Fortitude with the lab creep first. Taken quite the gamble. If he was to be going up against the DK harass, this would be super painful. But it's extremely likely, I guess, that Lucy's gonna play a ghoul build here. And against the ghoul build, this works out well. Dude, this Watch Elemental is not taking any aggro. There we go. Okay. Alright, big item. This could be huge if it's the right one. Oh, baby. Robe of the Magi is probably the best early game item he could have found. That's pretty sick. Is he creeping with 4 ghouls? Yep, he sure is creeping with 4 ghouls. Enter, if you're listening right now.
A player's forces are under
Is this good? Like, this just seems so much worse. Like, you can easily creep this camp also with 3 ghouls. Isn't it just much better with 3 ghouls? He's missing so much lumber. Oh, 40 isn't expanding. What? He's just brawling in the middle. This item here, the robe, definitely helping him out. And we got a tech instead. Okay, Lucy sees. Alright. No expansion, I guess. And this is something I talked about with TeD before. I think when you face Lich, you just play 1 base. Just play 1 base, go tier 2, Rifle Caster. Maybe tier 3. But 40 is expanding. Just delayed it by a little bit. Calling the boys now.
Player's forces are under attack.
And Lucy fell back. He's creeping, so he doesn't even have the timing right now to harass over here. Fortitude just outsmarting and outplaying Lucy every step of the way right now. It is a late expansion though, that's for sure. Oh, important scout. Acolyte will be seeing the expansion. This gives him some good intel. Lich is fairly close to 3, but this camp won't be enough.
A town is under players' forces are
Boots
under
again on the AM. They were already very helpful earlier. Lucy's spending a lot of time creeping. That is the economy completely untouched for 40. He's got like 6 peasants in the main, a tower already coming, and no peasants falling here at all. Power build with 6 peasants, pretty expensive, but... Oh, look at the scout as well! The footy scout finds the creep, takes out 2 ghouls.
a player's forces are under
Lucy's getting kind of owned here. AM shows up, forces the Lich into the next Nova, which means the Lich again is low mana. Normally you want to spam Dark Ritual here and have a lot of mana, but this Lich really doesn't have that much. Fortitude, looking good. Looking real good. Only thing missing is the tech. There we go. Tier 2 starts now.
are under attack.
Lumber mill, shop, towers. Now the problem is you're fighting against Watch Elementals with ghouls, which is never that great. But the Nova, ooh baby. Okay, the Nova is very good. Fortitude perhaps a bit overeager. Fighting into the undead main against a level 3 Lich is quite dangerous. Yeah, I like this more. Just pressure with the elementals. Dude, let's start with the Magi, by the way. Very, very good. Where's all the gold going for 40?
Are under attack.
I got a shredder. Ah, I see. In that case, he doesn't even need a lumber mill. Well, I guess he needs a lumber mill for towers. Setting it up now. Fully denied. Tier 2 is of course finished for Lucy. He's getting the first statue finally, but the tier 3 is delayed by so much, man. He needs tier 3 ASAP. Oh, he's trying to counter expand. Cute. That's something that Fortitude might not be expecting. You can scout it easily with footies or maybe even a reveal. But he hasn't figured it out yet. Oh my god, don't tell me he gets the... Oh my god, he gets the DK. Wow. That's definitely a bit of a mistake by Lucy. You shouldn't lose the DK right there. Just against AM right clicks. But you know, sometimes it happens, I guess.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, 40 playing really well, and Lucy definitely misstepping a bit here. The way he read the early game, the way he crept and moved with the Lich past the first creep, not ideal. He's level 4 now though, which means lots of mana. We got a Zep for 40 as well. Got a decent amount of towers at the expo. Tier 3 already started. That's what I like more. Tier 3 rush.
Players' forces are under attack.
And then second barracks and workshops after. And since there's no frost armor, you can really make use of the strength of the knights. Oh, doesn't quite get the surround there. And the Nova is still very good against the footies. As you can plainly see. Oh, saves one. Saves another. Okay, but now there's web. I am playing a dangerous game, but the fact that Fortitude is able to harass here so well just with AM and footies. It's gonna get the Fiend as well? No way. Gets level 4! Dude! 40, what a baller. And now the MK is coming. This is one of the sickest games for robe I've ever seen. This would all have been so much harder without the robe. And okay, we got the expansion finished for Lucy, but the tier 3 is very, very delayed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lots of gold on 40. He's got the double racks already. The double workshop, perhaps a little bit late. But then again, there's still no destroyers and won't be for quite some time, so actually he doesn't even need gyros. Normally I'm not the biggest fan of spamming tanks, but this would be the perfect game for tanks. Some upgrades coming. Love the mana pots as well. One fiend taken out. Shouldn't get the other one though. Oh, MK might be in trouble. Nova? Why didn't he Nova? I think he could have killed him. And now the tier 3 is done. And we have the first tank right away, of course. It's kind of what 40 got famous for. Playing mass tanks. The mass tank days are long over. But a couple of tanks here and there can still be very helpful.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fortitude also doing a great job here harassing in the middle. Not losing too much outside of footies. And making sure that the undead isn't creeping. The DK being only level 1 is definitely a big problem for Lucy. Of course, Fortitude would love to have high levels as well in the MK. But, well, he didn't really have an army to be creeping with anyways. Until now. Until, finally, now, tier 3 is finished. 66 supply already. Lots of knights coming against an undead who doesn't have frost armor. I said it before, I will say it again. I think Lucy has to retrain into frost armor. Dark Ranger with the silence on the pally, so the MK is in trouble here. Staff is not quite ready yet, but will be in a moment. Tanks are arriving. We get one staff being used. We only have one staff so far, so now that staff is on cooldown for a long time. And knights being traded against fiends. Who that's better for is hard to tell right now. But the statues in the back also getting targeted. The tanks are forcing attention upon themselves. And the ghouls have to be brought in. Lich has to be careful. You can't afford to lose that hero. Now Destroyer's being morphed. Finally the upgrade is finished. And this should trigger gyro production. Finally. DK gets to level 2. The tanks, of course, give a lot of experience, and that aura helps tremendously. Dark Ranger, saved by the bell. Perhaps unlike the pally, but the staff will be there one more time to save him. Oh, could get a statue as well. The fight is all over the place. Very chaotic. No clear front line, no clear target fire. Lots of individual commands. And 40 is coming out on top, it would seem. This fiend over here also going to be going down. So many kills. MK level 2 and GG by Lucy. Wow. 40 today with 2020. Here now playing human before playing random. And that was a wonderful performance by Fortitude. Takes first place in Group B.